Hello BookTube, Sarah here, and welcome back to my channel. Today I'm coming to you with my very first book haul for 2018. I have 10 books here to talk about, and these are not all necessarily books that I bought so far this year. These are all the books that I purchased like after Christmas and with some Christmas money that were on sale, and I do actually have a physical book to talk about. I don't want to hold it up because I don't want to, I'll save that for the very end. So let's jump into the ebooks first. The first one was Outlaw, Cowboy by Nicole. This is the second book in the Big Sky Cowboys series. I read the first book in this series, I think in 2016, and it was really good. This is a great Western contemporary romance series. This was on sale. All these books I got on sale, so of course I had to pick it up. The next book that I was so thrilled to see it go on sale, it went on sale for a day, and I saw it down to $1.99, and I immediately purchased it without even thinking. And the next day I looked at it again and it was back up to like $12.99 for an ebook. And that is Map of the Heart by Susan Wiggs, which is a standalone novel by her. And it is a story about family and romance, and it takes place, like, I think it's a dual narrative, one going around the time of World War II and then one in modern day. Sounds fabulous, and again, because I got the ebook for so cheap, I will definitely be able to grab it on audio to read, and I cannot wait. The next one is The Scotsman Who Saved Me by Howell. This is the first book in the 7 Brides for 7 Scotsmen series. This one looked like an adorable, historical romance novel. It was on my wish list on Amazon, and it had dropped in price, so I decided to pick it up. The next up is Elementary, she read, by Vicki Delany. This is the first book in a Sherlock Holmes Bookshop mystery series. This is another cozy mystery series. She also writes the year-round Christmas mystery series that I think some other people were reading. I know Elizabeth from Lizzie Faye Loves Books was reading it, and Shannon was reading one of the Christmas books in December as well. So I'm interested to hear what they both thought about the writing, but I saw this one was on sale. It was on my wish list, so of course I went ahead and picked it up. The next up is The Real Thing by Melissa Foster. This is the first book in the Sugar Lake series, another contemporary romance series. I am a fan of Melissa Foster's writing. This one was on sale. I decided to go for it. The next one has been on my wish list for quite some time. I believe this was an anticipated read, or a coming soon read for me back in 2017. And again, it went on sale and I decided to pick it up. And that is The Fortune Teller by Gwendolyn Womack. This is like a historical fiction, what's that word I'm looking for? Magical realism kind of idea. It kind of goes back and forth in time, about, to the time of Cleopatra, and all about this tarot deck, And yeah, it sounded really, really good. Where did I hear about it? I heard about it on the Smart the Trashy Books, Smart Women Trashy Books. I can't remember the name of the podcast. Hosted by Sarah Wendell, if you're looking for it on iTunes or anything like that. I listen to it every week. And they talked about this book earlier last year, and it sounded really good, so I immediately put it on my wish list. And it's been like, $10, and I'm like, oh, I don't know if I want to pay that for an ebook, especially for an author that I'm not familiar with. And, the premise sounds great, but I don't know if I'm going to love it. It went down to $1.99, so I immediately picked it up. The next one is All I Ever Wanted by Luann McLane. This is the first book in the Heartthrob series. This one, another contemporary romance. It was on sale. I snatched it up. Christmas on Candy Cane Lane by Sheila Roberts. This is book number 8 in the Life in the Icicle Fall series. I read books 1 and 2 already in this series, and book number 1 I didn't care for. Book 2 kind of redeemed it for me, so I will be continuing on. And when I saw this one go on sale, I picked it up. Can't Hardly Breathe by Gena Showalter. This is book number 4 in the original Heartbreakers series. Again, I have books 1 and 2, I think. Book 4 went on sale. I picked it up so I could start to complete the collection. And last but not least for ebooks is When It's Real by Erin Watt. I'm looking at this now on my list, and I will be absolutely honest with you guys. I do not remember this book. Let me just have a quick look at it, shall we? Gosh, you buy too many books one. Yes, that's right. Okay, I just had to see the cover. This is a YA contemporary novel, and it sounds interesting. It is. It says, contemporary tale of a teen rock star in need of an image makeover and the teen girl hired to be his fake girlfriend. It sounded adorable. It was on sale. I love the cover. I'm like, all right, I'll give it a try. You know, I know I'm not a big reader of YA novels, but every now and then one will jump out at me, and, you know, like What Light back in December, which I didn't dislike. I did enjoy it. It just wasn't, it wasn't absolutely fabulous. And I'm hoping this one won't be so bad. I don't know if it's available on audio. I'll have to look for that. But yeah, I am looking forward to it. So last but not least is the physical book that I bought. This book has been on my wish list on Amazon since September, and I didn't think it was one I was ever going to pick up until it started to be sold for like a used copy, because it retailed, I think, for $38 Canadian. It's a hardcover novel, and it's a subject matter that interests me greatly, and an author that I'm familiar with. So without further ado, the book that I picked up, because I actually used my Christmas money, is The Witch, A History of Fear from Ancient Times to the Present by Ronald Hutton. I really hope that is not backwards for you guys as you are looking at this. That is one thing I did not take into account when I was, you know, doing this. But anyway, it's supposed to be fabulous. The ratings on Goodreads are quite good. It is, let me just read the inside for you guys. What is a witch? Why did she come to such prominence and often meet a painful death in early modern Europe? In this landmark book, Ronald Hutton shows how the witch's origins are, in fact, more geographically diverse and historically deep than is often assumed. He traces witchcraft from the ancient world to the present day via the stakes, sorcerers, and superstitions that have come to define her image. It sounds so good. It's a beautiful hardcover book. There are pictures in the middle here, if I can get to them, so I can show you. There are images in the center of the book. I mean, it's a gorgeous, gorgeous copy. This is published by Yale University Press. Ronald Hutton, there's his picture. He's kind of an odd duck. I read his book, The Triumph of the Moon, back in the early 2000s. I think it came out in 2001. And I really enjoyed it. And it was tracing modern paganism in modern age. Or, you know, like ancient beliefs in the modern age, essentially. And it was a fabulous work. It's a topic that is very, very interesting to me for many different reasons. I don't feel the need to get into why on the channel, but it is a subject that interests me a great deal. And the author was on The Secrets of Great British Castles, that I've talked about several times in my videos. That is hosted by Dan Brown. It's on Netflix if you guys are interested in checking it out. But he's in one of the episodes, and in that episode they're actually talking about cannons and like weaponry and things like that. And he's, like I said, he's a bit of an odd duck. He was wearing like a cape and this funky hat, and you know, there's also this great series on YouTube called Timeline that actually I heard about from Sue over at Sue's Book Nook. And I will post a link to it in the description box below if you guys are interested in checking it out. But they do different time periods, and they're like 40-minute long, like little mini documentaries on different things. And he hosts one about the resurgence of witchcraft in Great Britain. And yeah, so, I mean, the man knows his stuff. Is a professor of history at the University of Bristol and the leading authority on ancient, medieval, and modern paganism, the global context of witchcraft, shamanism, and magic, and the ritual year in Britain, and the history of the British Isles in the 16th and 17th century. Among his many previous books are Blood and Mistletoe, The History of the Druids in Britain, and Pagan Britain, both published by Yale. So, yeah, very, very happy I got my hands on this. So, yay for Christmas money. Anyway, guys, that is it for this video. I hope you did enjoy it. Please let me know, what did you guys buy? Did you guys buy yourself or treat yourself over the holidays to anything fun? Any good books? And yeah, until my next video, guys, take care and happy reading. Thanks for watching. Bye.